everybody, my name is Aleene, and today we're doing a TMI video, girl advice, big sis advice, girl talk type genre video. I posted on TikTok asking for you guys to leave comments asking for advice or things you want to learn more about. Also, do not forget to follow me on TikTok at Aleene #1. I like to post on there a lot. I do a lot of vlogs on there lately. First question is, how in the heck do I apply false lashes? That's all I want to know, girl. Please and thanks. Let me put you guys on. Let me show you how I apply my false lashes. Time cast a spell on you that you won't forget me. Right off the bat, let me show you guys how to put on falsies. And if you want to practice putting on falsies, definitely I recommend starting off with not super dramatic lashes like these. Like, there are way less dramatic lashes out there, more wispy, more natural. I definitely recommend starting off with those if you are a beginner to false lashes. So I'm going to do this one first so I have lashes on for the rest of the video. Normally, I put on eyeliner with it just so it's like cohesive, but I'm not going to do that right now. So these are the Aleene lashes from Dollar Tree. I definitely recommend starting off getting some Dollar Tree lashes to begin with because they're like $1.25, and it makes getting like the cheap lashes makes it a lot easier to mess up and reapply over and over again. So you don't have to worry about like getting these expensive ass falsies and then worrying about like if you're putting it on correctly or messing them up or not, you know? So invest in cheap lashes from the Dollar Tree. These are my savior. Next thing you're gonna need is, some people use tweezers, I use my fingers. The next thing you're gonna need is a lash glue. There are different types of lash glue. They have a black lash glue, they have colored lash glue, and they also have a clear lash glue. I like to get the clear lash glue at the Duo Lash Glue brand. I have two lash glues and they're kind of busted. As you can see, I have glue all around the rim, and my other one is a lot more busted, so I do apologize. So like I said, I look so funny. Like I said, I definitely do this with my fingers. Some people use tweezers or whatever. Some people use tweezers, I use my fingers just because I think it's a lot easier for me to use my fingers. You get out the lashes. And typically there's lashes that are meant for each eye, so most of the time you flip it over and it's like this side goes on this eye and this side goes on this eye. When it's facing you, it's the right goes on the left and the left goes on the right. A trick to tell is that you'll see less lashes at the corner right here at the edge, and you'll see less lashes. You get your lash glue and you have your lash, you untwist it and you put it on the like lash line right here. And with these, they fade away with this clear one. It comes out looking bluish, as you can see, but it dries into a clear color, and you just let it shake and let it, or you shake it a little bit to get it a little tacky. So then you just mess around with it. I like to place it in the middle first, but like to also just mess around with it as much as you can. Put it on there to fit. This is usually how I do it. Sometimes it doesn't fully stick, so you'll have to do it again, but right now it's sticking pretty well. And then you should have some kind of result like this. If you do see a little bit of like of your eyelid popping out, like how it's kind of popping out on mine a little bit, just put on some black mascara. Usually people put mascara before or after. I usually do it after, sometimes before. It depends on your preference, I believe. Same thing, we are getting the lash glue on the lash, and then we're gonna shake it till it gets tacky. Shake it, blow on it, do what you need. I like to have mine still a little wet just because it's easier to mess around while it's still wet and easier to adjust, in my opinion. Because like if it's just really tacky and just like one stick and you like easily mess it up like I do, then it's like annoying. Because I need to take it off and then redo it over and over again. And obviously always make sure your hands are clean and washed. And there you have it. That is how you put on falsies. Perfect. Now I can do the rest of the video in lashes. Thanks, girl. One of my TikTok mutuals left a few comments asking for advice on certain things, so we're gonna delve into everything she said. Her name is Evelyn, so shout out Evelyn. The first thing Evelyn wanted advice on is friendship. Definitely friendship is something I have always struggled with, being an autistic person. Just relationships in general have always been difficult for me. If you have a friend or a group of friends that are always needing you to be there for them, always needing you in a certain sense, whether it be to be a shoulder to cry on, giving them money, giving them advice, etc. But then you turn around and you all of a sudden you need some support, you need some friends to be there for you, and all of a sudden they're like, seem too busy, or they just can't be there for you. That is not a real fucking friend. If it's all the time, like, that is, cut them out of your life. That is not the type of friend you need in your life. Like, genuinely, you need people there for you who are literally just gonna be there for you. You need people in your life who are gonna be there for you, who are gonna support you through life and help you thrive and to be a better person. Another red flag when it comes to friendships, if they continuously hang out with people who have hurt you or fucked you over, then that is not a real fucking friend. That is a fake friend. A real friend would literally, like, I saw this clip of Girl Meets World the other day where, like, Sabrina Carpenter's character was, like, mad at Riley because Riley didn't stick up for her for everything, because that's friends. That's what friends are supposed to do. You're supposed to stick up for each other. If you're not doing that for your friends, then what's the fucking point? I totally lost my train of thought. Like, literally, like, if your friend is hanging out with or being friendly or being nice to somebody who's hurt you or harmed you, that is not a real fucking friend. That is fake. I've lived in Texas since 2022, since February, and I literally just finally made my first friend in 2024 of February. And I'm so grateful for it. I have my best friend Rebecca, but she lives all the way in New Mexico. But I finally made my first in real life friend, and it is such a healthy relationship. I do not feel judged by her whatsoever. I feel like I can go to her for anything, and I won't feel judged. I won't feel embarrassed. I won't feel weird or uncomfortable. Like, that is something you need in a friend, somebody who is there for you, but also, like, doesn't make you feel so uncomfortable for being around them. Like, if you're around somebody and they're making you uncomfortable, don't hang out with them. Like, that's your intuition telling you to not hang out with them. Dating, oof, Lord, dating. I'm definitely one of these people who have such a hard time dating, because this also ties in with the confidence. I also don't have a lot of confidence, because she also asked about confidence. So I'm gonna tie these two together. My self-worth kind of lays in men right now. If a man likes me or not. And I know that's not, like, genius, and that's not the right thing to do, but that's how I'm, like, been laying my self-worth lately, is on if a man is into me, if a man has a crush on me, if a man gives me the time of day, especially, like, specific men that I've been talking to. If they give me the time of day, I'm perfect, I'm happy. But the second they start to ghost me or ignore me, or, like, they're switching up in their texts, I'm, like, distraught. Like, I'm distraught. And that also ties with mental illness, because I do believe being autistic and dating is such a hard thing, because I feel like I'm such a different person than everybody else I come across. I guess I'm not the one to ask for proper relationship advice, because I've been in relationships, I've dated, I've been in and out of them, but I've always had such a struggle dating. I rarely go on dates. My last date was to a bowling alley in, like, the start of when I moved here in 2022, February, I believe. And, like, he ended up ghosting me. And, like, lately, like, these guys I've been seeing, they've been ghosting me, or, like, their energy switches up, and, like, all of a sudden they don't want to talk to me, and I'm like, what did I do? And I've been feeling really lonely lately, because I see all these people having such great romantic loves, and I'm just like, oh, that's not me. Can't see that for me. When's it gonna be in the cards for me? So, like, right now I'm not the best to ask for dating advice, nor am I the best to ask for confidence advice. But also, when it comes to confidence, I am a confident person at times. I do see myself being confident. That's more so to do with, like, a lot of self-love and a lot of journey of self-hatred. That I dealt with a lot of self-hatred for the longest time. I deal with mental illness. I've been self-harming before. I've been struggling with eating disorders. I've struggled with a lot, especially when it pertains to body image and my self-image in general. I struggle with confidence. There are times where I feel so good about myself and I just want to better myself and look good and I feel great, but there are also times where I just feel like shit. The next 2 questions are from my friend Aleene. Go check out his music, his TikTok, his YouTube, all his shit. He makes amazing music and he's also coming out with like a makeup line, so like fucking crazy. Go check him out. And the first question from my friend Aleene is, tell us about your first kiss. And say less, I will tell you. I'm gonna tell you about 2 first kisses because they were with different genders. So my first kiss was actually with a girl. Hello, bisexual, pansexual goddess, period. My first kiss was with my first girlfriend. Her name was Michelle. She ended up breaking up with me after I got my bipolar diagnosis because I was too bipolar. I'm like, bitch, I just got on meds. I didn't fucking know what was going on anyway. And she broke up with me for a boy when she told me she was a lesbian. Okay, Michelle. Her and I, we were hanging out at the mall. It was like, I think December 2016, 2015, I believe. It was December 2015. And we were at the mall. We were at the Promenade in Temecula, California. And at the Promenade, there's like these like row of Christmas trees sometimes in there, like in this one hallway, or this one, whatever the fuck. And there's this row of Christmas trees in the Christmas season. And there was a bench, and she was sitting on the bench, and I was like laying on her on the bench, and then we just like kissed, and like a bunch of strangers were staring at us, but I'm like, I'm gonna kiss her anyway. And it's kind of cute. It was kind of sweet. It was sweet. I was like 17, maybe just about to turn 18. It was sweet. She was sweet to an extent. And then the first kiss with a dude, his name was Paul. Shout out Paul. We met in a psych ward. It was my first time at a psych ward. If you know, you know. We were getting let out to the courtyard from the techs because they let us outside to the courtyard for our daily fresh air break. It was November 2016. And my first time at the psych ward, as I mentioned, and he just kissed me randomly in the courtyard on the grass, and none of the techs were looking because they were letting everyone else in. It was like a quick peck. This is I am Paul. This is me right here. I'm just like looking around, and he's like, I'm like, hold on. What the hell, sir? I was shook, was taken aback, did not know that was gonna happen. That was my first boyfriend, and I lost my virginity to him too. That was a crazy story. Losing my virginity, let's talk about it. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 18, and I felt really weird about it because all my friends lost their virginities in high school, and I'm just like over here like, just graduated, still a virgin. So that was crazy. But I was at Paul's house. His dad was at work at the casino. He was a bus driver, and we were cuddling on the couch, and for a while like I was too nervous to have sex with him because like I haven't had sex ever before since then, at that point I mean, and I have never had sex, and we were cuddling on his couch, and I just got really horny. I was like, you know, fuck it, let's do it. And he's like, oh fuck, for real? I'm like, for real. That's not how it went, but you know, paraphrasing. And we ended up, he didn't want to bring me in his room. He was so weird. He brought me in his older brother's room, who doesn't even live there anymore. Or was it his older sister's room? I don't know. They don't live there anymore. They didn't live there anymore. And we just went to their room, and we had sex in his bed. Their bed, I mean. And at first, oh my god, I'm such a fucking freak. He was like, how does it feel? I'm like, it feels weird. But literally, my first time having sex, I tell the guy it feels weird. Cool job. Cool job, Hannah. You're doing great. I really don't remember a lot of the sex with him. I don't remember if it felt good or not. I do remember his dick smelling like cheese one time when he asked me to suck it, so that was not fun, frankly. So yeah, that's my losing my virginity story. Okay, let's be real. Who was the one person you thought could be your person? That's another question from Aleene. I could have seen a future with a lot of my partners and exes. I could have seen futures with a lot of them. A lot of them I didn't, but right now, I don't see a future with any of them. I really don't. I feel like more is to come for me. I feel like I have not met my soulmate yet. So I can't really answer that question fully, because I don't think I've met anyone who I genuinely thought like, oh, he could be the one, he could be the one. Never met that person yet. Like, I haven't felt that instant like, oh my god, I want to spend my life with this person. Like, I might have felt it in the moment, but like looking back in retrospect, I'm like, if I spent my life with this bitch, I would have killed myself, because fuck that. If you guys do want to see more videos like this in the future, do let me know. Leave a comment below. Maybe leave some advice you want me to answer, or questions you want to ask, you want answered. Anyway, just leave some stuff in the comments, and I'll get to you back in another. I'll get back to you in another video. But for now, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Mwah.